Hey guys, it's Charlotte, and today I thought I would tell you guys about the time I went camping. So, if you kind of know me, or if you've been watching my videos for a while or whatnot, you would know, or at least guess, that I'm not so much of an outdoor person. Wonder why? So anyway, I've never been a huge fan of the outside or of like the countryside, whatnot. I'm more of a city person, prefer staying indoors or like just walking in a park, staying outside in the sun. That kind of nature is pretty much the only nature I kind of do. But last year I took part in this program called NCS, which is the National Citizen Services, which is basically a 3-week program for young people to just do a bunch of different things, like create projects and go. We went to Wales, for example, just a bunch of cool stuff. And one of the things we did, what I did when I was over there, was we went hiking/camping overnight in the wild. I'd never been camping before. I'd been hiking on a couple occasions because I used to go to this summer camp where we do like kind of a hike every time I went there. So it wasn't an intense hike though. It was just down a mountain. That was the hike pretty much, or it wasn't more than like 3 or 4 hours the hike. So that's pretty much the longest hike I'd done. And then another time I went back when I lived in the US for a year. We'd go really early in the morning to see the sunrise, but I always recall I was like 7 back then. I'd always come back on someone's shoulders. So yeah. Anyway, so last summer, so the summer just gone, I went hiking / camping. So we had our huge backpacks with the tent stuff inside and food, and it was really heavy bag. And back then I had my back problems that I still have, but not to the same extent. So first of all, I was really scared that I would like break my back or something with that I don't know how many kilo backpack, but it was okay, my back was fine. So I had these really heavy backpacks, these like waterproof tops, but we didn't take the waterproof bottoms because they said it was going to be super sunny. So we just kept whatever we had. I believed I was wearing leggings or something. I was wearing, joggings. So we went in the morning. It was in the summer, so it was super hot, which I was kind of annoyed about. Like, I enjoyed the warmth on my skin, but wasn't a huge fan of the fact walking in the sun for so long. So the first day, the walk was probably 4 to 5 hours. Yeah. And so we arrived at this location where we set up the tents. We had some not so good warmed up food. I didn't really mind that. I mean, I'm okay eating shitty food. The toilets were really irritating because we had to go like kind of hide, and I just don't like peeing in the wilderness. I'm sorry. It's just not my favorite thing to do. So anyway, the first day was kind of annoying, but it was okay. I was like, I'm not too bad at hiking. I actually quite enjoy it, to be honest. So yeah. We slept in the tents, didn't sleep very well, I must admit. And since I was one of the smallest and we had a limited amount of tents, they said the 3 smallest people sleep in the same tent and then the others all sleep 2 in a tent. So I ended up being in that tent where we were 3, and it was a 2-person tent. Anyway, aside that fact, the morning we wake up, not only are there sheep everywhere, it was pouring rain. So we get up. It's pouring rain, we pack everything, we are soaked, we didn't have the waterproof trousers because they said it was going to be sunny. And the day we woke up was the day we were doing 2/3 of the trip, so at least a 6 to 7 hour walk. So we're there, in the pouring rain, it is freezing, we are all huddling like penguins, and we walk, the wind is insane. It pretty much blows us off. We can't see anything over like the 5-meter radius. And so we walk like that for around 4 hours, I'd say. There was a bit of sun at one point and then it stopped. It was awful. And lucky enough, they came to pick us up slightly earlier, so we didn't have the last hour or two walk to do because the conditions were awful. So that was my experience hiking and with the wilderness and with nature. And although at first I thought it was going to actually be decent, it ended up turning into an awful situation. But it is a nice story and I don't regret it a bit. I actually, looking back on it, I really enjoy it, I guess. In the moment it wasn't as fun, but now looking back and say, you know, I hiked overnight, it was pouring rain, you know, I did it, and just like a pat on the back. So that's all for me today. Hope you enjoyed this little story. Comment down below or like this video if you have ever been camping or if you want to, or your experience, because I would love to know. And yeah, I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.